Welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making an Anna Elsa frozen cake. I'm very excited about this. Let's get started.
I decided I needed to model the sisters Anna and Elsa. The reason is that the birthday girl loved the two sisters the best of all the characters in the movie. I thought about buying them, but I could only find the Barbie doll sized ones, which were much too large for cake toppers. I'm not the most skilled at modeling figures, so I feel I need much more practice, but I did my best on these figures. I pressed in eye sockets and pinched the nose. I pressed in the mouth with the sharp tool. I added little balls of white for the eyes, which in retrospect were still too large for the size of the head. I rolled out a very thin strip of flesh-colored fondant and laid it on the top and bottom of the eyes to be eyelids. I added small black dots for the eyes. I added black snakes at the top of the eyes to be eyelashes. Then I mixed some white fondant with a pinch of yellow to be Elsa's hair color. I chose one head to be Elsa's and wrapped some of the platinum blonde around the back of the head. Then I mixed some yellow-orange fondant with some red and brown to make Anna's hair color. Then I wrapped it around the back of Anna's head. I made a body out of light blue fondant. I cut out the V-shaped neckline and added a neck from flesh-colored fondant. Then I added a toothpick through Elsa to give her more stability, and I added the head on it. I rolled a snake of blue fondant for the arms. Then I made the hands and stuck them clasped in front of her. Before I completely finished Elsa, I made Anna's body. I started with a piece of black fondant and made a body similar to how I made it for Elsa. I added a toothpick and a neck, and then the head, and the arms, clasping the hands in front. Now, I must say that the black fondant was softer than the blue, so Anna leaned a bit. Then I mixed some purple fondant with some red to make Anna's cape color. I rolled out a thick piece and cut it in a rectangle and placed it around Anna's shoulders. Finally, I finished their hair. Elsa, I braided a length of platinum blonde fondant and wrapped it around Elsa's shoulder. I added snakes of platinum blonde around to complete her hair. I rolled a couple very thin snakes to be the eyebrows. Anna, I braided thinner braids. attached them to each side of her head. Then I cut a rough set of bangs. I added a couple locks of hair to make it look more natural. Then I mixed some gold luster dust with clear alcohol and painted on the gold detail on her dress. Elsa, I brushed on some dry blue luster dust. Finally, we are at cake. This is chocolate chip cake with Swiss meringue buttercream. I filled and frosted the cake with the buttercream and chilled the cake several minutes to let the buttercream set up. Then I frosted the cake again with more buttercream and spent the time to smooth it really well. Then I cleaned up the cake board with a damp rag. While it's chilling again, I mixed all the light blue fondant I had with white fondant. It was a lovely pale blue. I rolled it out, cut one side to be straight, laid it over the cake to cover 1/2 of the cake. I trimmed off the excess with a knife. For the other side, I take a piece of white fondant and add some purple and pink fondant. But it was just a bit too purple, so I decided to add a bit more pink food coloring. Then I rolled it out and covered the other half of the cake with it. This fondant was just a tiny bit dry, so it cracked a bit at the edges. Then I rolled out some white fondant. I used my Disney letter cutters to cut out the girl's name, Romy, and her age, 3. Then I carefully placed them on the side of the cake with the age on top. I also cut out some snowflakes with some snowflake plunger cutters and placed them all over the pale blue side. If you like what you see, hit that like button. And while you're down there, hit subscribe. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. The purple side wasn't as obvious what to decorate it with. I rolled out some green fondant. I used star-shaped leaf cutters too and placed them all over the purple side. Then I rolled out some red fondant. I used some flower plunger cutters to cut out some flowers. And I stuck them all around the purple side. but I thought with only red it was too plain, so I cut out some blue flowers as well. Finally, I placed the two sisters on top of the cake. Anna leaned to the right, but looked great with her head on her sister's shoulder. Despite the imperfect figures, I'm really proud of this cake. I think it's a lovely homage to Anna and Elsa. Romy loved it, and it really made her birthday something special. Happy birthday, Romy! For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe.